Go.
Hey guys.
Hi.
In today's video we're just going to talk a little bit about our dogs, who they are, and just how we travel with them, and a few tips that we have.
Yeah, so this will be a meet us for the dogs, and yeah, how life on the road with dogs, it works for us.
Yep.
So this is Lillee, and for those of you that haven't met Lillee yet, she's getting to be an old gal, but she's still keeping up. We still call her the adventure pooch. And Lillee is a rescue from Florida, from my time when I lived there. And she had a rough start to life, her and her brothers and sisters. Kalani's an independent soul. We'll get to him. But yeah, Lillee had a rough start to life. She was an abused puppy. Her brothers and sisters all died, and she was the only one that made it. She had a bump on her head, and yeah, just, you know, all kinds of weird things. Afraid of bags, afraid of people, guys. Anyway, she gets cold easily, as you can see, so we cover her up a lot. But since then, she's had a fantastic life. I've made it my personal goal to give her the best life possible and to teach her that people aren't all bad. And so she's been to probably more states than most people.
Yeah.
She'd already been to a lot, and by the time we met and did some of our trips and now our life on the road, and she's been to Canada and Alaska, and yeah, those of you that have been following us, you've seen she's been to the Yukon and had an amazing life.
Yeah.
So yeah, do you want to talk about Kluane?
So that was Kalani, and
He's running. Come here, Kalani, come. Here, boy.
we got him in October of last year when we lived in Idaho.
And
He was a rescue from
boy.
Montana. He was in the pound, and his mother was there, and they had 8 puppies. So we got to choose from all 8 of them, and he was the chosen one. He was
the only black and tan one.
He was very clingy with Heather, so
He loved me.
she
Right?
pretty much already had him picked out before we went, but he ended up winning
Stay.
anyways. He was half. What was the mom?
His
Australian
mother was
Shepherd?
an Australian Shepherd or Aussie mix,
And
and we don't know what his dad was. His dad must have been running the town.
yeah,
But he does seem like a hound dog, so we guess probably some sort of hound.
yeah. But he's been
All
been a great dog so far. He's learning like crazy. And had been at first he was a little concerned about living in the car. He wasn't quite sure what was going on and why we were not going back to our house and to our nice bed. But
Now he
loves it because every morning we wake up and we're in a new place and he can just run and play, and new smells everywhere and sticks galore, and
Yeah.
digging holes and finding blackberries and flowers and butterflies and
Yep.
everything. He's so curious about everything, and he's been learning along the way. And even when we're stuck in cities, he's been great. We've been pretty much, if we're stuck in cities, we try to check out every dog park, or at least most of the dog parks in the area. We've been kind of doing some reviews on those on our website. You can check out.
Yep, we're
And
posting
he's-
all the dog parks we go to, because some of them are great and some of
Yeah.
them are horrible.
Yeah.
Some of them are grassy and some of them are sand lots, basically, and yeah. So
But he's been doing great with all the other dogs. Right now he's only about 9 months old, so
Yep.
he's probably got some growing left to do. So we'll see how big he gets, which
getting to be a
hopefully
big
not too much bigger, but we'll see. He's been fitting good in the car though. He still tries to sit on the armrest though, and his head's hitting the ceiling. So we'll see.
yeah, he's
We'll see where
just
he
to that point.
goes from there. But so that's the dogs. Some
but
of
he's
the-
gonna be a great backpacker being that
Yeah.
big. So
we're still working on getting him a new backpack. So if anybody has any tips on good backpacks for big dogs,
yeah,
you can
You've had
comment
one?
in the section.
because we only ever had one for little gal. So
Yeah, we put it on him once, and it looks really small on him now. So
yeah, he's already too
he
big.
needs to carry a lot more than that.
Yeah,
So
and a collapsible water bowl because we had a mishap with that one. We got one from Petco, and it seemed great. I liked the idea of it. It wasn't like the rubbery,
silicone ones,
yeah,
yeah.
silicone ones. It was just what was it, like a canvas type
Yep.
of material, and you could just squish it and fold it up, and I thought that was great. But it started leaking on
yeah, it
us,
soaked through the whole
which
thing.
is terrible. So we'd love one like that, but one that works a little better. So yeah, leave us a
Yeah.
comment and let us know if you have a better idea, because we would love to find a good one.
Yeah.
So.
But toy wise, we brought like a few balls, and we
Yep.
pretty much never even use him because he just loves sticks and
Yeah,
pretty much
he's a stick
anything that's
dog.
around. Today we just found like a whole pile of bones back there of
That's
some
what they're
sort of
growling
animal.
at each other about.
So they've been playing with those. So they're pretty much dog toys are you don't need at all. Which we keep a couple of the bones in the topper, so if we're in cities or something, they need something, they can chew on that. They like that a lot. And for dog food, they pretty much eat what we eat. So like we said in other videos, they eat the rice and vegetables and beans and potatoes and
Yep.
in the same meal, so we don't have to deal with dog food.
They like
So
granola snacks.
we just make big meals and then we all eat from the same pot pretty much. So that works out pretty well.
Yeah, the rice-based dishes are really great for that. We'll talk about that more in the video where we talk about food ideas. But yeah, we do a lot of rice-based, and that's perfect for them, rice and vegetables. He just stole her bone. So
Yeah. Yeah. Some other things we learned, obviously make sure we keep having water for them. We always try to keep a couple extra gallons in the car just in case we don't have a stream spot, which we haven't had any problems with yet so far, or we're in a city where we can keep water.
Yeah, we have an emergency plan in a sense. So we have the gallons as extra water, and we use the platypus collapsible bottles for our main source of water during the day. And if we ever are at a spot and we tap into our gallons, that's considered like, okay, we have to exit the forest or whatever, you know, we have to go refill.
Find water somewhere.
Because we always want a gallon or two as
Extra.
backup, and it might, I don't know if that seems extreme, but we just want to make sure, especially primarily because we have the dogs, that we never run out of water sources.
Yeah, especially
for
now
them.
since we're kind of in the, well, we were in the summer and it was really warm, but now it's kind of cooling off, so it's
Fire
not as
season,
bad, but
just
still.
trying to make sure we're safe.
Yeah.
So that's a good idea. Yeah,
Yes.
backup water plan.
Some other things we have is just make sure you have some kind of crappy towels, because
Oh, yeah.
obviously they will get dirty. But another nice thing about living on the road is we're never in a hurry to go anywhere. So if we're swimming or they're muddy or something, we just pretty much just relax for the day and let them dry out, and then we get in the car and towel them down. We were just at the beach a couple days ago, and they got all wet and sandy, and we just sat there and let them dry out, and then towel them off. That worked out pretty well. So the car is actually staying really clean.
Yeah, surprisingly, we did have someone even ask about that, about keeping the space clean with a dog because they're dirty. They are, but yeah, it works out. So if you have a nasty towel to bring with, do that. If not, then yeah, you could get one at Goodwill or something. But that's a good idea. And then did you mention the?
Yeah, we have.
an
So
old
we have
sheet.
over our bed, we have a fitted sheet, and then we have the sheets that we cover with at night. But during the day, we take the sheets that we cover with and push them to the side, and we put down a kind of a crappy sheet, I guess.
Yeah,
And
junk
that's what they
blanket
lay
or
on.
sheet.
So then if they're dirty, even if it's wet or really rainy out or
Yep.
something, they can still sit in the car.
They lay on that during the day, and then at night we just fold that up and put that to the side of the dirty one,
Yeah.
and then we can sleep on the clean ones.
Yep.
Which works for the most part if they have like mud or water on them. And we try, of course, by the end of the night that they aren't dirty or wet.
Yep.
So that way when they sleep with us, they're not getting that all over the place. Because, I mean, you'd be surprised. I mean, he's just digging in the dirt right here, and he gets super messy.
They keep themselves
But,
really clean.
Yeah, I mean, he's really not that bad.
Considering.
The car's not
What he
that
gets
messy.
into.
Yeah, I mean, obviously, living on the road, it's not. I don't know. It's not shiny, clean luxury in the car. It's,
We don't have a fancy car to begin
Yeah.
with, so you can't.
You don't want to do that if you're living on the road. But it's not gross. I mean, I love dogs.
It doesn't
so
smell, so it's not too bad.
Yep.
Some other little things that we bring with are we have bells on each dog. That usually comes in pretty handy pretty much wherever you're at. We first put them on because we used to hike in bear country a lot, but now it just comes in handy everywhere. So if they're running around anywhere in the woods, you pretty much know where they're at. That works out really well.
Yeah, since we come to places like this where we're just kind of in the middle of the forest and they do their own thing, it's almost subconsciously you kind of, you hear where they're at, and so you know they're around. And if you don't hear the bell, you know they're getting a little too far from camp, and you can call them back. So yeah, the bell's free or cheap, but great to use. And I'm thinking, I think we just got it at like a craft section or something like that. The jingle bells. So you should be able to find them in the craft section.
Yeah, we had like an 8-pack.
At least by Christmas time you can get them. But get the big ones. The little smaller ones, they don't make as big of a sound.
The dogs don't jingle them enough in order to make a noise.
Yeah, so you want one or two of the big jingle bells.
Yeah. Some other little things we keep are bandanas. We use those
Yeah,
off and on,
multiple
depending
reasons.
on if it's hot out, we can wet it and put it on it, or we fill it with bug spray and we can put it on it. The animal friendly bug spray.
Yep.
That seems to work pretty well. But now the mosquitoes are kind of going down, so it's not too bad.
Yeah, thankfully. Oh. Yeah, we've been using the bug spray that is, it's just, I think lemongrass and like a cinnamon and sage or something, some mix like that, but it's more safe for dogs. We're still learning what the best bug sprays are. So again, if you have suggestions and things that you've used and it works, let us know. We'll try it out. The stuff we're using seems to work. It helps them, but it kind of lessens the amount of bugs, but it's not always 100%. So it's better than nothing. But yeah, if there's better ideas, let us know, because that would be useful.
Yeah, that's some things we'll probably be getting in the future. We're looking at getting the Musher Secret to put on their paws for when we do hiking in like the rocky areas or the really hot areas.
Yeah. We've also come across a lot of thorns in the Pacific Northwest, and so we were thinking that might help a little bit with their paws, some of the smaller pokies. Sticks.
Yeah, we had some boots last year for her, and they didn't work too well.
Yep.
She has too skinny legs, and they just fell off. So it was kind of a.
We went back and forth a lot with boots when we finally decided to do it, but in our opinion, yeah, we've decided that boots don't really work for what we're doing and the miles that we're putting on. So he's digging a rock up right now, so
he's very good at entertaining himself, so it works out pretty well. Good boy.
Oh my god. So, what else do we use for them? So, let's see. We decided to go with Tupperware for their dog bowls, because we can seal their food when we're done, and then that way if there's some left, it can stay in there, and if not, it's just, we close it up. We actually have a little one that fits inside a big one, and then we have both of them, and it takes up less space. That seems to work really well. So that's food, water, keeping them clean. I don't know if there's,
That's pretty much the main chunk of it.
Yeah.
We just always have extra blankets for her because
yeah,
she gets chilly.
It's cooling off right now, so she's getting cold. When we backpack, we just have a sleeping bag. It's kind of more of a liner, a fleece liner, and that's what we roll up and use for her, because she needs a blanket even when it's decent out when we backpack. You guys, there's a million bones, but of course, dogs, they always have to have the same one that the other one has. Let's see, safety was the bells. I think that's pretty much everything. If you guys could think of anything else or have questions, something we missed, let us know. We'd love to talk about it more, because dogs are a big part of our life, and I think they're a big part of a lot of you guys' life too. So
yeah, pretty much everything we do is based off the dogs, especially in the summer, because we can't do anything without them. So
yeah,
they go everywhere with us. So every park that we go to, every place we eat, every place we sleep, like every store we go to,
that's
they
one
go
too.
in.
If you're thinking of living on the road with your dog, when it's the warm months, which for us that's most of the time, but when it's the peak of summer, remember it's going to be hot, and you're not going to be leaving them in the car. So yeah, they'll be with you 24/7, and you're not stopping at places, walking in stores, you're not going out to eat, but even walking into the grocery store, sometimes a little inconvenient, because we have to send one person in to get some lunch, and you just
so just remember the stores that allow dogs. So we spend a lot of time at Lowe's and Home Depot and Petco and PetSmart and all those ones, because they can walk around and it'll be air conditioned.
Yeah, sometimes
if you're stuck in the city.
If we're stuck in the city, sometimes we'll just go there and walk them around, so that they can walk in the air conditioning, because we don't really shop as much there, but it gives them a way to walk and
to get out of the car and stretch without
super
having
hot.
to. If you get to
That's
the
a good
places with the dog parks that have no trees and it's just sand, you need to take them somewhere. So
we've been in some situations where we just need to take them in somewhere, and
they get a little cooped up in the car. So
yep. So give us ideas if you have things that work for you, or if you have questions, let us know, and we love to talk more about life on the road with dogs.
Yep.
All right.
See you next time, guys.
Thanks.
Bye.